be Joe Pyfer. Everybody wants to be you now, especially now picking up that submission win. How good does that one feel?
It feels really good. I was doing a couple other interviews, and I was just saying, this is an unusual feeling for me to come in and feel so much, not pressure, but just so much like I kind of was checked out. It was really weird. I was listening to certain things like John Danaher, and I brought myself back just before the fight on the drive from my Airbnb to here. I don't know what it was, the environment or whatever was going on with me, but I just feel very relieved. I'm super thankful. I'm super happy for the opportunity. And, much respect to Abdul, even though he didn't want to shake my hand, kind of is what it is,
But that's great for you to be so candid about that. Is there, when you really start to examine it, is it that you started to feel the pressure because everybody expects big things from you? Is that part of it?
No. So it had nothing to do with pressure of coming in. I'm just a very emotional person. The real reason is that this is a desert out here, and I went to the Red Rocks, and I just felt depressed. And I was like, man, this is like, there's no wildlife out here. So I get homesick really quick. I'm not a big Vegas guy, so I think that really had a big factor in me not wanting to be here. Yeah. But soon as I got in the back, as soon as I got here, I put my gloves on. I felt this like calm peace, and I know I was ready to go. And I let go of the result of win or loss. And let's just have a great performance. So.
Joe, I take you as somebody who critiques yourself. You have a high fight IQ, we find. And we were breaking you down before this fight. And we're talking about how good you are at managing distance and drawing guys in. And if I'm being honest, I didn't see as much as I normally saw out of you in the first round. I think you kind of alluded to that just now. But do you take this fight as something like, I'm not always going to be on in the first round? And you learned, you graduated. By the second round, you were fighting much differently, and you found a way there. So you take this as a win, even though it wasn't maybe your best performance starting early in the first round? Well,
I think both of you gentlemen will know best of all, 98% of the sport is mental. It has nothing to do with the physical, He's a very physical man. He could have put me out, but he didn't. And I think that's because of my mental, my fight IQ. And I didn't really, my idea in this was to be patient because he wants you to exchange. He wants you to close he wanted to bait me in. So there's a little bit of I wanted to feel his power. He did hit me, I think, at some point, and it did not hurt whatsoever. So I just wanted to feel his power, feel his speed, feel his range, and then start working from there. I got 15 minutes to win. I don't have to win in the first round. I don't give a shit. I apologize. I don't care about winning in the first round or winning in the third round. I care about winning the fight, and I'm a finisher by nature, so if that comes in 15 minutes, I'll get you.
It shows in your style. How jeopardized was that leg after that first kick?
It was hurting.
I saw you switching stances.
Yeah, it was hurting. So I switched stance because, obviously it hit the nerve. And I've been kicked a bunch there, and I get kicked a lot in practice for that reason. So I'm usually good with it, but he's got some thick thighs.
He's got thick thighs.
Yeah, so he's got
some thick thighs. Sure. So yeah, it hurt. And then I heard my coaches say, shoot, change the level, shoot. And I knew he was like trying to brawl with me at the end. And where he made a critical error is I heard his corner say, let go of the head. And I already had my head under his armpit, and I was going to pinch it. So as soon as they said that, I was like, bet, boom.
We're out of here.
And listen, I've escaped a lot of Sean Brady's stuff. So I learned from him.
I know you expected to be here and you expect all of this stuff to happen, but is there any added pressure with the, everyone, we said it, I think I said it 10 times yesterday, be Joe Pyfer.
Yeah.
Dana, he kind of blesses people with the opportunities and puts eyes on people, but along with that does come a lot of pressure and people expecting things out of you. I guess through these training camps and as you're continuing to grow your star, have you had any problems just trying to stay in your lane the whole time?
The only thing I don't like about the Be Joe Pyfer, I feel no pressure from it because that's part of what I was listening to on the way over here. All this is an illusion. All this social media, all this cameras, all the music, the walkouts, it's all fake. It's not actually what matters. What matters is that 15 minutes that person is across from me and that ref with the rule set. And that's one of that. I don't know why, but it clicked for me. So I feel like it's a blessing for me, but it's also insulting to other fighters. And I understand why they feel some type of way. But you know what? There's enough for everybody. So be yourself. Don't have to be Joe Pyfer. I think the reference in being Joe Pyfer is be the kid that's resilient, that didn't quit from abuse, that ran away from home, that has 0 family members. I'll never call my mom from here, my dad, my sisters. I don't know aunts, uncles, grandparents, or anything of that sort. So when people hate on it, it goes much deeper than just, but yeah, no pressure to answer your question. No pressure at all. I knew I would be here. And if I was supposed to lose tonight, then that's what God's plan was for me. And Fortunately for me, it wasn't losing.
There was a mythical figure named Tom Brady sitting Octagon side tonight. I'm from Boston, so that's my guy, regardless of where he played afterwards. But how did that feel to you to be sitting there? You're fighting, you win this great fight. You got the GOAT sitting right there. You get to high five him on the way out. That's pretty great.
It's cool. You know, I'm not a fanboy, like, and I don't say that disrespectfully. I don't get excited to see like people or fighters or anything like that. I respect each and every person's journey, but you know, he's still a human being, just like me, just like you. And I've been watching you guys before you guys retired, while you're still active. I've been watching this since UFC 3, 4. So I'm very familiar with everybody in here, so I'm not ever shocked. The only person I was kind of starstruck by was Mike Tyson when I got to meet him. That's my role model. I love him. That's someone to fanboy over, but you know what? I treat everybody with respect, I think, or at least I try. And, you know, it was cool. It definitely was cool to shake hands, you know, but it's more or less I respect the fact that he's there watching my sport. So, of course, I want to shake that man's hand. And I congratulated him on his career. I mean, the guy's a legend.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it was cool.
Nice.